shortly here. So as soon as you're already, okay, it is already live, so we're going to be hopping right in. We're going to be following Barbarous once again, as Colarn is the target. We see him down about half HP. Frost Trap going down there behind the pillar. Dreamz is actually trying to get some big heals out, but Barbarous is dipping a fair bit as well. Catches a big crit heal though from Glyptic. A little bit too late on that Repentance is Jimos, so he's unable to interrupt that. And we can see that Barbarous is just trying to kite out of there, trying to reduce as much damage as possible during that stun. And there's actually a blitz stun onto Glyptic, and Barbarous is dipping very low, but they're actually going to pop wings and swap over to Glyptic, who's at 60% HP immediately. We can see that a lot of peeling is going to have to be done here. Disarm thrown immediately onto Colarn, but he's going to connect back onto Glyptic, who is at 25% HP into the throwdown. Does he have a trinket available? 20% HP. He does trinket that. I do believe the link went down as well, but he is still so low. Colarn at the same time is at about 50%. Barbarous at 50%. Glyptic is just going to be continued to be attacked. We've seen the Guardian is out still for Jimos, and Glyptic down about 10% HP. Will he be able to top himself back off? Recklessness has been popped by Colarn. He's trying to catch back up, but he's actually going to have to be bopped as he's taking so much damage, and Glyptic is down below, going to be able to top himself completely off. Barbarous is going to have to jump down to the bottom though, because he is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he may want to use Enraged Regen. You need to allow your Shaman to pick your team back up, but he's actually going to kite away, doing a great job. He should be fine for now. Excellent awareness from Barbarous, but Braindeadly is still low on health, and I believe they see that, so they're probably going to try and swap over onto him at this point. Dreamz was going for a Hex there. He gets Silencing Shot at the end of it. Excellent job, Braindeadly, and now you can see the Warrior charging over onto Braindeadly already. He's actually going to hang out behind that pillar, try and get topped off, maybe wait for cooldowns a little bit, and that's because this is Dalaran Arena. It's so hard for Hunters to be able to actually do pressure on this map. If you're going to go for a kill, you drop down, but then the team, if you don't get the kill right there, you just run around the pillar, and you're going to be able to kite all day long, it seems.
Yeah, definitely, and we can see that Barbarous is going to be the target, but they're just kind of poking out, hitting him a little bit. I think they may just be waiting for cooldowns. They may want to go back and attack Glyptic once again, because they did get a lot of cooldowns out of him with that wing swap. Dreamz back behind the pillar, going to be able to pick up Jimos back there. And they are just kind of turtling, I think, until wings. We'll see if they're going to be able to kill Glyptic when that does come back up. We have Barbarous just kind of poking in himself. He's just trying to stay in line of sight for heals for the most part. Just get in, get a little bit of damage done, and then get out of there. A trap does go down, but it was eaten, I believe, by Jimos. And now we see that Colarn dipping a little bit, down about 70%. Both Shamans pretty even here on mana, and here comes the swap over onto Glyptic, and we can see that he is hamstrung and everything. Is Wings back up, and yes, we can see Wings has been popped there by Jimos. He's just trying to chase after Glyptic, but Glyptic is just kiting him right now, and Jimos has not been able to connect at all with these Wings, and Glyptic is still basically full HP, and it looks like these cooldowns may just be completely wasted.
Yeah, you can see that the only intent that this KFC has at this point is to peel for their Shaman, and that's exactly what they need to do. This Warrior is already down to 54% health right here, and a full trap onto the Shaman. He's sitting that full. I don't know if he has Trinket available, but this is so good for the KFC at this point. Wings have now been used. They won't be available for a short period of time, and that's what you need, is while these Wings are on cooldown, you keep going, you get the pressure going. Barbarous is at 66% right now. He's trying to kite away still, as they are both two melee attackers. They're going to swap over onto Braindeadly. Braindeadly was in their face trying to kite away now.
There's the full throwdown onto Colarn, though he does catch a log, and he's going to try to get out of there with the intervene. Barbarous, though, in hot pursuit, is just going to chase him down. He is at about 50% HP, but he's staying very aggressive, and Jimos actually dipping very low. He's dangerously low, in fact. Can they get any interrupt? And there's a silencing shot onto Dreamz heal. Will we see a bubble forced out here by Jimos? But he is actually flash-lighting himself back behind there. Glyptic now quite a bit behind on mana, but we've seen in the rest of the series that has been the case as well, and it hasn't ended up really mattering. Colarn now is going to be the target once again. We can see that the Sunders have just been kept up by Barbarous the entire game. Interesting choice. You don't really see Warriors going for that much anymore.
Well, it's going to increase the damage of both him and his Hunter, so I think it's really smart to do, to always be aware. There was a silencing shot at the end of that heal. Braindeadly doing a great job of that. This Warrior appears to be in so much trouble at this point, because these heals just keep getting interrupted. There was a silence on that one, a scatter on this. He's going to get trapped full.
Trap comes in, he's thrown down full. He's down to about 20% HP. He has really not much left. He's going to need a big wog here. He's in defensive stance, but he's stuck in the middle of the map, just dipping so low in kill shot and execute range. He's taking so much damage here as the Imp Slam is being used by Barbarous, and he kites back behind the pillar. Dreamz is going to have to do some big healing to top him back off. A fear does come in, going to force the tremor there, but it is their only fear, so it's not really going to matter. They're just keeping that damage going on to Colarn. We can see that he is still about 50% HP. Dreamz has been under so much pressure this whole time. The Wings pop once again there onto Braindeadly, who is kind of in an awkward position, is going to have to disengage out of there, and now Jimos is going to retreat back behind the pillar. His Wings is going to be really not doing too much, and that's two Wings in a row that have pretty much been very non-impactful.
Yeah, that's not the situation you want to be in at all. And I feel like this game may go long, but there is a full trap onto Dreamz, and Colarn is down to 40%. If he doesn't catch a big wog, he's certainly going to fall. There was a hex onto the ret, though. I believe he might have got dispelled as the shaman came out of that trap, but Colarn was put so incredibly low. There was a sack on him, a Riptide, and the Earthshield. Earthshield's about to fade. He needs to reapply that before he gets put into another big CC chain, but it does fall off at this point. And now they might just swap over onto the Ret Paladin, a silencing shot on that heal as well. And just, it has to be so frustrating for this Hunter
Jimos
team.
is basically as well, man. He's at 10% mana, he's at 30% HP, has to get out of there. We can see Sacred Shield has proc. Does he have a wog for himself during that? Doesn't look like it. He is back up to about 40%, but he's just taking so much damage. And we can see Colarn is at about half HP. We can see them all just really in a lot of trouble. Glyptic still somehow is lower on mana than Dreamz, who's just doing a fantastic job with that mana conservation. Maybe Glyptic just getting offensive with so many purges, I'm not really sure, but Colarn dipping dangerously low once again, down below 20% HP, is in the kill shot range. He's bladestorming, trying to kite away through that frost trap, but he is kind of LOSing his shaman a little bit as well. And Colarn is so low. He's at 10% HP, catches the bop from Jimos, and I think that will allow him to be topped back off, but I'm not sure as it was removed very quickly. Trank shot off or purged, and he is down to 30%, catching one heal up to about half HP. We can see the pressure is just non-stop, though he really can't get away. That trap is not going to land full. A silencing shot comes in just a split second too late to stop Dreamz NS.
I think it might be over for this red team, man. They're hitting Barbarous just a little bit with that repent on his shaman, but they can't get any real pressure going at all, aside from when they have wings. But when they have wings, this team does such a great job of just staying away, forcing them to play defensive the entire time. And Glyptic should really go for a drink here. I feel like if he were to go for a drink, they'd be able to play so much more offensive, really get in there, purge off every single Riptide. I feel like that's what they need to do at this point. Wow, nice silencing shot at the very end of that heal. There are the wings, though. Every cooldown being popped by this Red Paladin. They're going to be hitting this Warrior hard. He may want to pre-wall. He's already down to 35% health. He is just trying to kite away. The Warrior has leaped back to him, so he's going to leap.
He did save his wall there, but that was pretty risky, man. You know, had he gotten hit a little bit harder, he may have just gone down. So, you know, good cooldown conservation regardless. Glyptic's still going to be behind on mana, but Jimos' wings are gone again. He does still have the Guardian up, but he's trying to kite out of there. He knows he cannot stay in LOS of his Hunter, who's just dipping him down so low. Sacred Shield proccing once again, but he's down to 10% HP, 5% HP, and he's going to have to bubble. So much damage coming in there from Braindeadly as he spiked that Red Paladin down so low. Barbarous is at about 40% HP. Glyptic is almost completely tapped on mana. He's at 9%, but Colarn might just go down here. He's at 10% HP. He does get the link from Dreamz, and now they're all low, so if they can keep this pressure going, it could be pretty good for them, but Glyptic is going to have to go for a drink. He's at about 7% mana. He did sit down for a drink, but he was stopped immediately, and there's the Hodge onto him. They're going to swap over onto Glyptic, but Jimos may just die here. He's at 8% HP. He does go down. Dreamz unable to keep him alive, and that is going to be a clean sweep. 3-0 here for this Hunter Warrior Shaman team.
What a pretty interesting final game based on how the first two were. It was pretty quick. That last game, as I said earlier, it is Dalaran sewers, so that just means that it's going to take so much longer for the Hunter to be able to land a kill. But as Barbarous said, he said that it would be that they don't have a chance, and that's what they showed. So unfortunately, that does